I mean, you got to figure she was only the age of Summer is now, And I can imagine, you thinking maybe like an 11-year-old boy or something trying to touch her. I'm sure that would freak you out, right?
Well, at first, I'm telling you the truth, Mary. She sucked her ass a lot of times. I'm not.
Okay, there, right there, that was enough for me to say, okay, we've got a really high-risk SA offender here a while ago. So he took that whole conversation, not about him, but right back to the victim to say, well, she started it. Go ahead, Josh, I can see you want to say something.
Yeah, right when he said, the only thing that I learned that it was wrong.
Kind of disturbing for some, so the lab does it the same way, so.
I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah, I'm just.
Did you hear what he said? If she went to dad. Okay? Did I hear that correctly, Mary? Listen to this again. Sorry.
Sure, I'm sure that would freak you out, right?
Well, at first, I'm telling you the truth, Mary. She sucked her ass a lot of times. I'm not lying.
Yeah, that was with the tickle game, Don, by the way. It was with the tickle game to a 5-year-old. So, enough of that.
Right.
But she can.
Right.
I mean, if she went to that, I'm not trying to.
See, if she went to dad, I would admit some things. That's interesting.
I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand because I don't know, I just.
I know I shouldn't have let her do that. I shouldn't have done what I did. I get that.
Right.
I still have, I remember many times and throughout my life, girls hitting on me. I've been to places in California where I've been.
Okay, this is the part for the whole call. This is the part I think has the most relevance potential in Summer's case. Okay, I'm going to back it up here. I want everybody to listen to this very carefully, and then let's weigh in. So here we go.
Have done what I did. I get that.
Right.
I still have, I remember many times and throughout my life, girls hitting on me. I've been to places in California where I've been to some places where there were little kids, where people were trying to sell these little kids.
Oh, wow.
I've seen a lot of shit. Yeah.
Okay, so let's stop right there. This is the whole reason I wanted to hold this call for quite so long, or at least this piece for quite so long. Did we just hear what he said? I'm going to back it up again, okay? And you're going to hear it again because I think this is critical thought process information. Go ahead, Josh, while I'm doing it.
It's just, I don't know, it's just sickening the way he just goes about telling information. It's so creepy and odd. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, here he is. He's talking about how other women have hit on him. And then he shifts his thought process back to children. Do you see that? Did everybody catch that? Okay. So in his mind, it's, I'm such a good looking guy or a narcissist or whatever, is clicking up there.
Yeah.
But it's actually about kids. They like me the most. Okay? Because listen.
Yeah, and sorry, Chris, and really fast, he doesn't finish that conversation or that sentence by saying, I've been to places where they sell little kids and I called the cops. I mean, that didn't come up, did it?
Yeah, good point. Great point. Great point. And Mary, when I talked to you earlier today, it's been so long, now you hear it again. Do you remember it?
Yeah, I do now that I'm listening to it. I had like totally forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, you see, and this is what's amazing about you. You guided him right along the path. And now think about the relevance of this. Okay? Looking back, let's think about the potential relevance of this. If there is a possibility of this child being trafficked, being, out there somewhere, well, guess what? He already knows where to go.
Yeah. Oh. Yep.
And he already knows what to do.
If he knows all those people, he's
Right.
been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But why have you been there? Who goes there? What's the point of being there?
why
Yeah,
are we
right.
there? Exactly. Go ahead, Mary. Finish your thought. I'm sorry I cut you off. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, that was my thought too. What are you even doing in a place like that for one? And why wouldn't you immediately call the cops as soon as you left there?
Yeah, amen. And you know what? Those types of places, they're in the dark web today, but he's saying he visited them back in the day. Okay? So everybody, let's listen to this piece of this puzzle one more time, and then let's think, does this apply in any way, shape, or form to Summer's case? Because if it's an accident, then, okay, well, you guys all know me. I not left that house. Okay, I've not left that house. So somehow Summer got out of that house either by somebody she knew, somebody that had familiarity with that property, or I can't think of any other way. The random abduction, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, but a lot of people have weighed in, that didn't happen.
Well, it's not just your opinion, it's also the card team's opinion.
Yes, you could concur. Right. And tell them who the card team is so that folks that are just joining us.
What?
Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to my channel. Thanks for being here tonight, you guys. Thank you. My name's Patty. I like to talk about the Summer Wells case. And today is the anniversary of her going missing, June 15th. And she's been missing for 3 years. And there's still no sign of her. But the video you just listened to was by the interview room, Chris McDonough, and his guests were on there, Mary, which is Summer Wells' aunt, and Josh from the lab, the channel, the lab. They were listening to a phone call between Mary and Don. And, this conversation bothered me, I think, the most, because if you listened to the video, just what he said that, to be honest with you, Mary, she stuck her hand in my pants first. Now, he's talking about his 5-year-old little half-sister, and he was 12 years old. And he's saying she did it to him first. She's to blame, his half-sister, that she came on to him, and he just thought it was cool that she liked him and that he wanted to come on to her. That she wanted to come on to him. He blames the victim, his victim. And then he starts talking about girls that have always come on to him, were attracted to him. Gag me. And then he, just like Chris said, he connects it with, he's been to places where they sell little children. Now, why would you connect that with selling children and your half-sister? And we're talking about Summer Wells here, his daughter was 5 years old when she went missing. And this grown man, is admitting on air, on live, that he was just playing house with his half-sister and did stuff with her, but actually he did it throughout most of her life. So here's a message to TBI, and just to let them know that, there's other possibilities, right? I don't believe Summer Wells was abducted. They want to make it sound like she was abducted or wandered away. And we know that's not the case. We've known all along, because TBI said there was no abduction, that they never believed it. And this sounds like a new guy, a new investigator on the case. And I just thought how ridiculous his little update, TBI's update on the case. But what I will say to you guys is, as far as Summer Wells' case being solved, or if it will be solved, I heard like a detective who was on a case for this missing little boy, and they didn't have enough evidence to arrest the mother. She made up a story and said she took her son to the fair, to the carnival, and she really didn't take him to the carnival. He was deceased. And anyways, you guys, the detective said, and this stuck with me really, really well, and it made me feel a whole lot of different, like a peace. He said, we only got one chance. We only have one chance to arrest this person for these things, and we got to get it right. And we don't just want to arrest her for just a small thing, because we want to be able to get this right for justice for this little boy. And I truly believe that this is the case for like Summer Wells, for missing child cases like this. It's really hard to prove a case. It's not that they can't prove a case without a body, but it's hard to do it, and there's a lot of struggles in that. And they have to have every single, they have to have proof without a doubt that whoever did this to Summer Wells, they can't just go arrest somebody. And, all along for the past 3 years, I know many of you, I have wanted to see Don and Candace arrested, because we feel like they're the ones responsible for Summer's disappearance. And I still believe that with all my heart. But yet, there is no arrest, and they haven't been in trouble for anything. So I want you to know, though, that this is how detectives think, that, they only do get one chance to get it right, to take it to court. You can't just have somebody go to jail for something stupid or something little, or even just for child abuse. You want them to go to prison for the exact crime that's happened, like Summer Wells being missing. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And so I just wanted to say that even though it seems really disappointing what the TBI put out, it's also, you gotta have patience. I know I'm running out of patience, but I'm going to tell you, they will not arrest someone until they have the proof that they can bring this to trial, hold them, and give the person, that the charges are going to stick. You know, the thing is, also, you know, here's the thing that, like, I want to talk to you a little bit about polygraphs. I know they say that Don and Candace all passed their polygraphs, and we don't know if that information is true. But I also heard this detective say that it's very important. Polygraphs are not, it's not so much that they want to catch you, you know, did you do this? Did you not do this? You know, yes, we know that polygraphs are inadmissible in court. You can't use them because they're not that, you can't use it as proof. But the thing of it is that when they hook you up to that machine, they're looking at respirations. They're looking at your blood pressure. They're looking at how you are reacting to that polygraph. And it comes out on the sheet in front of them. And they can read the chart of where your blood pressure and where your emotions are all going on the page. So they do have that kind of information, and it does help to know if this person's really telling the truth or not, because people have been able to trick polygraphs. But the thing is, like I said, it monitors a lot of things on your body, and it's kind of hard to you can't really just like get away with it. There's other things involved. But I'm sure that their charts don't read so well, Don and Candace's charts on the polygraph. But what I did find very interesting, you guys, is that when Don and Candace came out on the news, Don spoke. There was an article, I read the article, and it said, Don Wells said, you know, the boys were taken and they had to sign them over and give up permanent custody of the children, of the boys. And that, hold on here. Had to give up custody of the boys. And he said, otherwise they were going to drag us. We had to sign our rights over. Otherwise they were going to drag us through court and all this stuff. And they didn't want that. Oh, no, I bet not. I bet they didn't want that. No, they don't want to be taken to court. They didn't want to be charged with neglect charges.
An active Amber Alert continues out of Hawkins County. You know, it's been really ongoing for about almost 3 years now for Summer Wells. On June 15th, to be exact, 2021, the then 5-year-old Wells was reported missing from her home on Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community. The area was filled with law enforcement and search crews for weeks, but there was no sign of the missing girl. Now, Beach Creek is a lot quieter. There are faded posters with Summer's face and information with the hopes that someone who might know something will come forward. Shannon Phillips is one neighbor who wants to know where Summer is. He lives just a few miles from the Wells family. He went out to help search for her when she was first reported missing.
Let's finish listening to that because that was really interesting. Hold on here.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. Oldest son, and she's
Sorry
on
about that. Of
from
course, they
medications.
had to have a commercial.
We all still talk about it because it's down the road. You know, I mean, it is. It's just down the road, and you can't help but wonder because she is a 5-year-old kid, and there's kids around here everywhere.
Again, there's still an active Amber Alert for Summer. The last update we received from law enforcement was about this time last year when they released this age-progressed photo. Summer has blonde hair, blue eyes. She was reportedly last seen wearing gray pants, a pink shirt, and was possibly barefoot.
Summer Wells, and she's missing from Rogersville, Tennessee. And if you have any information, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. So, anyways, I just thought it was very, very interesting that Don admitted that they were going to be drugged through court and get, if they didn't sign over their parental rights to those boys. And I was really upset when I seen on Facebook that someone, I don't know who shared that post, if it was Tim Mullins or who it was, but he sat there and somebody did shared a picture of the boys, an age picture of the boys with glasses on. And, some of them are still minors. I think they're all still minors. I'm not sure, but the thing is that those aren't the Wells boys anymore. Those aren't the Wells children. So people should not be sharing that photo. No one should be sharing their images because those boys belong to someone else now. Those boys belong to another family. And those boys would not like you putting their faces all over YouTube. I don't agree with it. I never believed in sharing those boys' pictures because they're not involved in this. Yes, it's their sister. Summer Wells is their sister. But that's as far as it goes. I don't know anything really too much about those boys. And I'm not trying to find out. And I would never try to find out because that's not any of my business nor anybody else's. But yeah, that really upset me when I seen that. I could not believe it. And of course, you guys, it upsets me that Summer Wells continues to be missing, and Don and Candace are not out there talking about, oh, please, we want justice for our daughter. Help us, somebody help us. They're not even caring. They haven't heard from the police because they don't call the police. Because it seems like they just don't care what's going on. And it just really bothers me that this is what's happening in the Summer Wells case. It seems like families really need to take up for it because, a lot of times the police only do so much. I mean, yeah, they're investigating. Yeah, they're doing work. I'm not saying that, but it just seems like a lot of parents, I've noticed, that are innocent parents have to do their own investigations. Families have to go and dig for details and cry out for justice. And who else is going to be an advocate for Summer Wells if not her own parents? And I'm just disgusted that Don and Candace, that this is all you got? This is your answer? Oh, somebody just took her out of our basement or took her out of our yard within 2 minutes with her mom home and the boys home and grandma home and the dogs home. Okay? There's no abduction. I'm sorry. There is no abduction. Her parents abducted her, in my opinion. Summer's own parents took her out of there, or they never brought her home that day. And I put a community post up. I find it very strange that Warriors Stables burnt down. Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? Yesterday, I believe. And then this guy from Kentucky, who is the chief head guy of the cornbread mafia, yes, no kidding, in Kentucky, died. And I thought it's really strange that these things are going on and happen, and all the things that happened in the Summer Wells case. Very strange to me, all the coincidences. And you know, I don't know if it's a sign or not, but man, I've been praying I prayed a long time, and I know there have been thousands of prayers, you guys, for Summer Wells. And, you know, I don't know what it's going to take for God to move upon the situation and for Summer's remains to be found. But it's going to take something, I know that. I'm very sad over Summer Wells and that she's still not found after all this time. My dog's out here, Charlie's out here, laying on the porch. He's sitting here enjoying the outside, even though it's a little bit chilly tonight. And, but yeah, he's out enjoying, just sitting out here on a cool summer night here. But yeah, I'm pretty disgusted. You know, I really did think that something, you know, I was really hoping that we'd get a better news thing from TBI with some kind of information. But no, I guess if you don't have any information and you don't know any information, then you don't have any to share. I mean, I know that they got a lot of tips. I know that they got a lot of digital evidence. And I truly believe that they got something, but you can't build a case without everything you need. But I do believe a day is coming, and I keep praying that Summer is found. You know, it's just my opinion. I mean, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings or crush anybody's hopes, but I don't believe that Summer is alive and that they need to find her remains so that this can be put to rest and she can get justice. They can find out who did this to her. And that's all we can pray for. But don't think that it won't ever get solved, because it will someday. It will. Every day there's cases being solved that are older, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's very sad that we don't have anything to report on, anything to really say too much about Summer Wells' case, because we don't have any more information. But you know, I'm not gonna give up wanting answers. I'm going to keep wanting answers, you guys, and I'm going to keep searching, you know, for the answers. And no, I don't live by her, but I sure wish I did. Let me tell you what, if I lived in Tennessee, boy, I would be searching nonstop for Summer Wells. And I'd be looking on all the roads that I know that I feel are important. And I'd be talking to people from Don's work. I'd be talking to people in Jonesboro. I'd be talking to restaurant people in Jonesboro, people that know him. I'd be going to Knoxville, Tennessee. I'd be going into places, going around people that might know druggies, partiers that might know Don Wells, places he hung out. I'd find out. And I'd start asking around, you know, but I do not live there, and there's no way that I could do that. But you can bet your bottom dollar that if I lived there, I would be doing those things. Yes, I would. And I'd be keeping an eye on Don and Candace. Yep. Because those two are the main suspects to me in the disappearance of their daughter, Summer Moon Utah Wells. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. I can't, you know, I don't have any proof that Don and Candace did something to Summer, but she was the last one. Her mother was the last one to see her and had her with her, supposedly. Now, I don't know of anybody that has any kind of footage of Summer. The only thing we've seen was Summer swimming, but we don't even know if that video was from that exact day. We got a picture of her on a ride home, but we don't even know if it was from that day. If that was from another day, we don't know. We really don't. I mean, you can post anything you want on YouTube or TikTok, whatever, but it's not the day or the time that it's happening. Like, by the time my video even loads, like, I could load this video on YouTube 5 days from now, and you would think it was from today. So, you know what I mean? You don't know with Candace's little tricks in their games. And they're very smart. And I get tired of people saying, well, they would have already been arrested if they were guilty. You know, no, not necessarily. Because like I said, the police only get one chance to do it right. And they have to get everything in order to make charges stick to a person. So, yeah. It doesn't necessarily happen right away. So, and I know a lot of years have gone by in some of these cases where they just finally make an arrest or finally bring it to court. Rachel Morin, this woman that's been missing, and she was found deceased, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about the case, but I do know that they got her, the person who did this allegedly. So they've arrested him. But yeah, so many cases. It takes time, you know. I know that we all want it to happen today. I mean, I wanted it to happen 3 years ago, and it's still going on. I wanted to let you know, everybody, that I missed you, and I've been thinking about you. And I haven't been doing too many videos lately because I just had a lot going on, and there's not a whole lot to report on. But I hope you enjoyed my video of the psychedelic reading of these people in the Summer Wells case. You know, I'm sorry, but I do get tired of, I don't believe in psychic readings or tarot cards or any of that stuff. I don't believe in that. And I was just making a joke because, you know, just playing, making fun. But I do think that the things that I said in that video are probably true. I mean, I don't think Ziggy's going to have a very good future with Fred. I mean, it's just a feeling because he's been in a lot of trouble for most of his life. You know, I would hope that he gets himself together, but I don't know. And I know that he said a lot of bull crap in the Summer Wells case, and so has Ziggy. And also, I don't know. I don't want to get into that drama anyways. But yeah, we want answers. I want answers. I want to see justice. If anybody's out there listening to my video and you might know about the Summer Wells case, you might live around there and you might know some information, please, even if you don't think it's that important, turn it into TBI. If you've seen something going on at the Wells home or anything happening, if you know Summer Wells and you know what her life was like or anything like that, please call 1-800-TBI-FINE with any tips that you might have. Oh, you guys, here we are again 3 years later, still talking about Summer Wells. But I'm not going to give up talking about Summer. I'm not. I don't know how long I'll be able to stay on YouTube and do these videos or how long I'll want to, but I'm just saying I'm not going to give up on this little girl, Summer Moon Utah Wells. We've all come to love her. And I know that she was put on our hearts for a reason. I truly believe that God put Summer Wells on all of our hearts, that we would pray for her and advocate for her and stand up for her and be a voice in the darkness for a child that has nobody that seems to care about her but us right now. Her family's not out crying for her, none of her relatives, not no aunts, not no uncles, not nobody, not her parents. And it's really, really sad to me. No friends of the family. You know, I know that my friends and family would be out here making some kind of noise if my child, somebody in my family went missing. It's very strange. But you know, like I said, that's the reason God put Summer Wells on our hearts and brought this to the forefront of our eyes so that we can be ones that cry out for her, advocate for her, and pray for her, and pray for justice. And I believe it's going to happen for her someday. I just don't know when, you guys. But I want you to know that I'm thinking about you. I haven't abandoned you. I haven't abandoned Summer. So thank you for staying with me. Thank you for your awesome comments and your love. I appreciate all of you. And that's really all I have for the night. But I just wanted to say these few things to you. So you guys don't give up hope and don't quit praying for Summer Wells. She's out there somewhere. I love you guys, and I hope you have a good rest of the weekend. God bless you. Have a good Sunday. Good night.